guys, I showed you that clip right there of Austin Eckler leaping over guys. This dude, I was super high on in fantasy this year because I thought, man, he was great before Melvin Gordon came in. Melvin Gordon's now gone. He went to Denver. How can this guy not be a top 10 fantasy running back without Melvin Gordon there? Because keep in mind, before Melvin Gordon got in, this dude was one of the best fantasy running backs there was. And he still is. He finished top 4. He finished as the 4th fantasy running back. That's superb. But then I started looking into it. And oh boy. This is why I think Melvin Gordon's going to be a fantasy football bust. Before Melvin Gordon got there, Austin Eckler wasn't getting a lot of carries. The thing that got his fantasy value up was a lot of catches out of the backfield. And you say, well, Nick, of course, he got a lot of catches out of the backfield. Shouldn't we see that again? You can't. Because Phillip Rivers isn't there anymore. Phillip Rivers is one of those quarterbacks that loves throwing to underneath to his running backs. He did it with Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler, Tomlinson. He did it with all those guys. And now that Phillip Rivers isn't there, and you replace him with a guy like Tyrod Taylor who throws deep passes, what are we supposed to expect? Tyrod Taylor, I think, is a decent quarterback in this league, but he throws. You can only expect him to throw passes deep. He's not going to throw underneath a lot to Eckler. He's not going to, because I want you to think about this. He had LaShawn McCoy in Buffalo. They barely passed it to LaShawn McCoy. And this is LaShawn McCoy we're talking about, one of the best running backs we've ever seen. And they barely threw it to LaShawn McCoy. How are we supposed to expect Taylor to throw to Austin Eckler? And now you could say, well, maybe Justin Herbert will come in. But Aaron Lynch has already said, the coach of the Chargers, that they are fully expecting Tyrod Taylor to be the starting back come week 1. Now, will Justin Herbert maybe beat him out? Possibly. I'm not too high on Justin Herbert in the first place. But you did draft him with the number 6 overall pick in the draft. Eventually, this guy will be starting. When? We don't know yet. But even with Justin Herbert, I'm not too confident in Eckler. Because who's to say Justin Herbert's going to be throwing to him either? Because they don't have the connection right away. They're not going to have the connection right away either. So I will say this. This is why Austin Eckler will bust. Even before Melvin Gordon got back to the Chargers in week 5, I think it was. Melvin Gordon was still. Austin Eckler was not getting a lot of touches. He only got over 15 touches once, and that was against Miami. And there's another reason why I don't like Eckler. It's because Tyrod Taylor's there. Tyrod Taylor's there now. Tyrod Taylor does not throw to the backs enough for Austin Eckler to get enough catches to be a dynamic back, a top 10 running back in fantasy football. I don't expect Austin Eckler to be a top 10 running back in fantasy football next year. With all these running backs coming out of the draft and all these guys like Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Ezekiel Elliott, all these guys, I just don't expect Austin Eckler to be a top 10 fantasy running back next year. I know they paid him. And that's the great thing. And I wanna like Eckler next year. And that's the sad part. I wanna like Eckler for next year. But I can't. Because guys, I just don't trust him. Now, if you have Eckler in your league, sell high on him. Because everybody's going to be thinking the same thing. Oh, Eckler last year before Melvin Gordon got down, oh, he was a beast. Even after Melvin Gordon got in, he was a fantasy football beast. Oh my God, I'd love to have him. Sell him high. If you need a receiver and you're good at running back, say you have Austin Eckler, Zeke Elliott, and Kenyon Drake you got in the fourth round, maybe. Or David Johnson you got in the fourth round. You can have a good 1-2 punch with just Zeke and Drake or Zeke and Johnson. You don't need to have Eckler. Trade Eckler, and if you need a receiver, trade Eckler for a good wide receiver like Devontae Adams, because at this point, I think you can get Adams for what Eckler is going for. But anyway, guys, that is just my opinion. Let me know down in the comment sections, because if you think I'm wrong, tell me why, and try to change my opinion, because I really like Eckler coming into the season, but I don't think he's going to be a top 10 fantasy running back. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll see you guys in a new video. Peace out.